Alright guys, it's 2KillStew here. I'm going to do a quick video on how to lone wolf terrorist hunts. It's a bit of a daunting task if you're quite new to the game, but I'll show you an easier way to do it. First thing, you're going to want to go into your options on the menu, matchmaking preferences, and ensure when you come down to the terrorist hunt modes that you've just got terrorist hunt classic on like I do there. If it's the only one on, then you won't be able to select it like that. So make sure it's the only one on. You might then want to have a look at your maps. If there's a particular map you have a preference for, switch the rest of them off. And the one that you leave on, you will need to leave one on, is the one that you'll get. You can't see it on the bottom here, but I'm leaving the new map Outback on. It's got no bombers in it, no rooms full of C4, no rooms full of barbed wire, so it is one of the easier ones from that point of view. Once you've set that, save the matchmaking settings, and then we're going into terrorist hunt. Just ensure when you go into your terrorist hunt that you press L3 on PlayStation or whatever your button may be to skip it across to Lone Wolf. And I'm obviously doing it on normal mode here just to keep it nice and simple. I say terrorist hunt can be a little bit daunting if you've never done it before Lone Wolf. I know it was for me, but it takes away that team killing element if you're playing with others, that competitiveness of trying to fight for kills. It's all on you. Next, it's important about character selection. You're looking for somebody with claymores ideally. Thatcher's a good choice, Thermite's another one, but there's a few of them in there, Zofia, Ying. I'm going to take IQ on this occasion. IQ's got the claymores and she's got a really good LMG to use as well, which is really handy. So make sure you've got your set out loaded and you've taken the claymores. And then we'll get into it.
Eliminate all hostiles.
So you can see here, started out the camping side on this map, and it's just good to try and get up to the top floor. It's not very often you find them popping out lower doors, but you always want to check for that. It's good practice for when you get into multiplayer games anyway. Make sure you use your drone on terrorist hunt to scout things out in advance. It's not as essential as it is in multiplayer, but it still gives you a starter for 10. I can see that that first room that I want to go into is clear, and I can see that there's terrorists set up in the next room. So I can check the angles for that. Nobody's shooting at me, there's no sign of anyone, so they're quite well in cover there, so I'm fairly safe at the moment. I'm going to drone it a bit more, just to check nobody's come round, and I can see there's a fair few of them in that room. So I want to go in and start pushing that. So first thing, I'm going to go to this door on the left, and here's where your claymores start to come into it, so get a claymore down on the door, stops anyone sneaking round behind you. On this occasion I'm going to go for the silence pistol because it saves attracting too much attention. You can see the terrorists move slightly, he's deep in the left, but you can get that pre-fired and get an easy kill on that. There's a bit of attention drawn, so they will start to present themselves, just try and get the kills. Sorry, my aim's not always the best, I've been playing a bit of PC recently. But this is where the LMG can come in. Now make sure you use sound cues. I can hear somebody moving, so there's still somebody in here, there's still one in this corner. So again, easy kills, and then reload. Quick check, nobody at there. Now this room's really important on this map, so it's got the green box, and this green box is your friend, that's where you reload. Not only do you reload your ammunition, but this is where you're getting your extra claymores. What you really want to do on any map is try and find stairs, get claymores in at the top of the stairs, because that's where people will come round. If you're playing with bombers on some of the other maps, you'll get a lot of roamers, people that'll, when they hear the noise, will get drawn to you, so the claymores really help from that point of view. So get the stairs nice and claymored up at the top, and that means anyone trying to sneak round behind you will get blown up straight away, and it gives you a nice sound cue as well, and you can always go back later. I don't feel this one's too important just now, so come back, you can pick these all back up as well at any point and replace them. I'll get it covered in this corridor, so if somebody comes round behind again, if I get two round behind, I've got a bit of cover. Always make sure that once you've finished putting down some claymores, you go back for another refill so that you're always sitting one. Try and always keep one in your inventory if you can. Back on the drone, and then once you get your bearings, because I forgot where I left it, start putting it out in the direction you want to go in. So a door being up suggests that there's probably someone in about here. You see the shield. If there's a shield up, there will be terrorists. So you can see I've marked two there, there's a third one in the corner, so I know I've got at least 3 to deal with here. Quick check behind, and then you can use the marks to try and pick off the kills quite easy. and then it's just a case of doing as much as you can from a bit of a distance. It'd be much easier with an ACOG, but I've gone with a reflex sight on this weapon just now. And the one in the corner still there, not really paying attention, and that's him taken care of. So I've got good control of this area now, and it's just a case of, again, claymore up the door, go back and get another one, and then just start pushing your way through the building. So that's me restocked again, full ammunition, full claymore. Now what I'm doing here is I'm claymoring up this room. What I've decided is, towards the end, I'm going to come back to this spot that I've just marked because there's a shield there. So if you're not aware, when on terrorist hunt, once you get down to the last 3 terrorists, they will come and hunt you down. They will just push for you. If you've done it methodically, they'll generally come from the same area, but there's no guarantees. So what I've done is I've designated this area as one that I want to come back to for my final defence when they push me. That's where the claymores really come into play, because if you claymore everything up well enough, they're going to kill themselves as they come through them all. And you'll see that later in the video. So I'm stocked up again, and now it's just a case of going room by room. You'll notice I do a lot of crouch walking when I'm looking. That is purely for the reason to let me hear better. It doesn't seem to make much difference in terms of the terrorists until you get really close. They don't tend to react much to your noise on normal level. I just do it so I can hear. Sound cues on terrorist hunt are quite important. They generally shuffle on the spot from side to side, and it is quite distinctive. So into the garage, no sign of anyone, and I've got more stairs here. I appreciate I've missed a set of stairs at the Shark. Ideally you want to have that claymored as well. That could have easily been done to work my way. You'll see I've put one down there. I've not gone back for another one due to the distance. I'll just work my way through, and it is just slowly and methodically try and work top to bottom and from one end to the other. So I know the top floor is completely clear at the moment. I'm happy with that, and now it's just a case of working my way through. Just being aware of the open doors. On normal mode you can rely on the terrorists generally being quite inaccurate, so if you do make a little bit of a mistake, like me turning my back to the door there, they will generally shoot at you before they hit you. You've got enough time if you're quick to move out the way. So there's a good example of it. There's the queue. I can hear that there's movement on the right as well. Now they've called that they're going to push up. It's always sound cue. The terrorists do give you a lot of information if you listen. You can hear that they're wanting to push up, so you know that's what to cover. And another one, again, as I say, they've spotted me first on a few occasions there. They've not landed any bullets. I'm still at full health. So it is relatively easy to push on that way. A claymore behind again on this door because it's boarded up, so I can anticipate they might come through there. And again, some sound cues of movement. He's shot at me. I've managed to be more accurate, and I've got him killed, still full health. But again, work your way back to the box because I've got my claymores down. Refill the ammo because you will go through it quite quickly using an LMG, and get another claymore, and it's just a case of continuing to work through it. So towards the kitchen here, gun sticking out, getting shot at from the other side. There's no movement from that one, so I feel fairly safe to leave him and push this one next to him. He's now come out because of the shooting, and my shooting's been terrible. And that's the advantage of an LMG, being able to take out 3 of them with one 50 round mag. So again, take a pause now and again if you need to, listen for sound cues. You've noticed I've not done a lot of droning on the ground floor. That's due to my overconfidence doing these terrorist hunts and using the sound cues instead. There's certainly nothing wrong with making sure you're in a safe spot, especially if you've got claymores around you to do that. This is one of the more Roman types that's come up. Now, one thing to bear in mind is at the top it'll tell you how many enemies are remaining, so I know I'm down to 5, I'm getting close to that magic number, so I know I've got stairs behind me. So it's always worth working on your route backwards through a safe zone, so I know if I come up the stairs and round to the right, because I know the map enough, I can get round to my room that I've claymored up where I want to draw them back into. So push my way through, looking for 2 more kills effectively. and now see that I've got another set of stairs which are just behind me, and I know that I can use them as well to get up to the room I want to be in, and find a terrorist there. He's come out, a bit of terrible shooting from me there, but I know where he is. Again, hold the angle, take the time because he's going to come to me, and get him killed off nice and easy. Nobody else is pushing me just now, but one more and they will come running effectively, not that fast. Killing him, and now it's a case of run straight away up the stairs, expecting them to come from behind. And here's my room that I've got set up, and because the shield's there as well, I'll take the most of it. You don't have to find a deployable shield, but you generally want to get yourself backed into a corner where you can see the one direction they're coming from, just in case the claymores fail. And then it's just a case of sit and wait. So there's one gone from the claymore. Be prepared in case they do get through claymores. Sometimes, you know, it won't kill them, it's very rare, but sometimes they won't. Or if they come in groups, or in this occasion they've come as a pair and they've hit that last one. So that's it, successful terrorist hunt from start to finish. It's as simple as that. Claymores are the key. Take your time, use your drones, use your utility, and it'll be fine. Keep reloading. If you've got any comments on it, leave the comments behind. If you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe, and I'll hopefully have some more coming your way soon.
My work is done. Time to pack it up.